Usually the conversation around here is about football. Today, the topic is gas for one of the sponsors, specifically Mobile Supreme Plus Premium Gasoline. Let's start with the fact that Mobile Supreme Plus Premium is amazing. It keeps engines 3 times cleaner, so engines perform better for better gas mileage. Just ask motorsports legend Shirley Cha-Cha Muldowney. She raced top fuel dragsters in the 70s, so she knows a thing or two about gasoline. She also knows a thing or two about the 70s, so if there are any questions about leisure suits, vinyl, or fondue, fire away. One might wonder why they call her Cha-Cha. Like, is it a family name or a marketing ploy? Or maybe she thought it sounded cool. It's very curious. Getting back to fuel, Shirley and the team highly recommend Mobile Supreme Plus Premium Gas because it keeps engines 3 times cleaner for better performance and gas mileage. By the way, Cha-Cha Muldowney, she drove a pink car. Mobile. Legendary. 3 times cleaner compared to Mobile regular gas and port fuel injected engines. Actual results may vary. Visit mobilefuels.com for details.
Triple shot half-calf oat milk 2 pumps extra foam. Your coffee order might be getting a little complicated. Your toothpaste doesn't have to be. Arm & Hammer Baking Soda toothpaste keeps it simple with a powerful ingredient that works hard for you. Baking soda. That's why it's the #1 dentist-recommended baking soda toothpaste. As you brush, the baking soda particles dissolve to help break down plaque and stains for a whiter smile. So your teeth can feel clean, look bright, and make brushing a no-brainer. Try Arm & Hammer toothpaste. Simple, powerful, clean.
I actually ran down a kickoff in knee braces in college.
This is the first time I had ever seen you fat, too, in a football uniform.
I didn't think I was fat yet, but thanks.
What?
Moving
you made
on.
the tackle. They showed it in slow motion.
On his stomach, just do-douche, do-douche, do-douche.
You're making this up.
It was against Miami of Ohio. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I was sitting in
know-
the living room watching it.
They didn't have HD television back then.
Back then? Jason, don't act like you're ancient. Welcome back to New Heights, baby, a Jukes original show presented by Wave Sports and Entertainment. We are your hosts. I'm Travis Kelce. This is my big brother, Jason Kelce, both from Cleveland Heights, Ohio, University of Cincinnati Bearcat alumni, repping the C. And, New Heights comes out every Wednesday. You can check us out on YouTube, anywhere you get your podcasts. Please listen and subscribe anywhere you get your podcasts, and watch and subscribe on our YouTube channel, as well as follow us on all social media channels at New Heights. We had a fun week 1, baby. Let's got 2 wins on the board. Jason, why don't you talk about what we got coming up?
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about both of our games, obviously, from week 1. We'll highlight the best performers from around the league. Plus, we'll be talking about Super Bowl hangovers, primetime games, and whatever other antics we decide to talk about.
And we got another set of 12 hard-hitting questions to recap week 1 and some of our insight on what's going on around the league.
But first, we want to quickly thank everyone that tuned in and listened to the first episode.
Thank you guys, man. And if you're back, welcome back.
Yeah, did you get any good reactions from people listening to the show?
Yeah,
or
I mean,
friends.
I didn't see any like random person, like somebody I didn't know, talk about it. But I knew that I have a lot of friends on the team that listened to it and absolutely loved it. More so, just enjoyed listening to you talk about how you cut off some balls, and just the fact that you're getting into the farming world. There's a lot of ties because there's guys that a coaching staff that was in Philadelphia coached you, so they feel like they know you personally, and to hear you talk about all that stuff, they absolutely loved it. So, but nothing but positive feedback over here. What about you?
Well, I got most of my feedback that I saw on Instagram from one of my former teammates and guys that I look up to a lot. Chris Long gave me a call, was giving me a little bit of pointers, and enjoyed the 6-eye, 5-eye talk.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, and then Malcolm Jenkins, boy George Kittle hit me up. Wanted to reiterate that he loves run blocking, so he's not going to be shitty at run blocking. So he's going to continue to dominate in that realm.
Hopefully, my brother can get healthy, man, get back out on the field.
But I did get one person who said a negative thing. Bo Allen said it was amateurish, in his words. He hated it. So hopefully,
you want to know what else is amateur? Nebraska football.
We went to Wisconsin.
It's the same. White, red in the middle of the world. They both are Big Ten buns.
Oh my God, that's great.
What's the difference again? All right.
They are red.
They're both in the middle of the Big Ten. They're both no real athletes on the field.
Where do we start?
The first 12. You want to jump it off?
That's right. We're going to start off with your game first. All right. Chiefs-Cardinals. Big game versus the highly touted Cardinals defense. What did you guys do differently in training camp?
I think it was more than just training camp, man. I'm going to tell you guys about the Golden 15. And this isn't new. This is every team has a certain set of plays that they go into a game with, a scripted set of plays that either complement the plays you've ran in the past or complement the plays you're going to run in the future. But if you give Coach Reed 2-3 months, this offensive coaching staff, that much time to game plan for a team, it's going to be flawless, man. And I've been a product of it year in, year out. And I think I'm going to miss the feeling of the first game, the night before the first game, getting those first 15 plays. And those first 15 plays are based off of the tendencies that these defensive coaches that we're playing have on first down, second down, third down throughout the first quarter and throughout the first drive. And it's just, man, it's like having the answers to the test. It's like seeing a movie you're really excited about, seeing the previews for it, and when you see the movie, it's like you saw all the good parts in the previews. You just know exactly what's coming. You know what plays are going to be big hitters, which ones are going to be successful. And I'm just licking my chops the night before the game, visualizing all these plays, because you just know you're going to get these certain coverages, and you've ran them so much in preseason and training camp against different looks, so you just feel confident in how you're going to attack them depending on what they do present. And sure enough, we started off fast, man. The first, I think, 3 drives we scored on, and it was just it was an uphill battle for the Cardinals ever since.
Yeah, man. So for those of you who don't know what the first 15 is, first 15 is the first 15 plays that the coach is looking to get to, the offensive play caller, in regular football scenarios. So usually first, second down plays. You have a couple third down plays sprinkled in there. But I can relate a little bit from my time with Andy and with Doug, who also did a first 15, where that first week, it's littered with plays that you haven't repped yet, in a game situation. You've been working on them all off season. These are plays that you're looking forward to finally being able to see what it looks like out there on game day. So that's awesome. How'd the first 15 go?
Yeah, they were flawless. I'm not going to lie. Coach Reed, lightweight, he tricked me on one, man. I thought it was going to be a big hitter for me as like the third or fourth play of the game, and I'm thinking he's going to dial this thing up. It's a double move for me. He brought in the same personnel. He brought in the same formation with the same Y motion or tight end motion on it.
Yeah.
Same action. It was the exact same everything, and I just
what was
heard
different?
First half of the play and just blacked out. I was like, yeah, this is it. It's coming. I'm about to be streaking down the field, and it was a run play, and I showed my cards, and that play didn't work when we actually ran it. I felt like
so. The other thing you got to be wary of. The first 15 a lot of times are designed to go off of each other. So what Andy was doing was actually setting Travis up, but because he wanted the candy,
I was excited
before he was in the store.
I've been visualizing it all day, all night. Yeah. The night before, man, I just knew I was going to hit a big one for us, man.
Got to lock in. Got to listen to the whole play.
Got to listen to the words that speak to you, brother.
All right. All right. You've been with Pat maybe the longest. What do you guys work on to keep evolving your relationship?
As any, offense goes, you just get the reps, man. I mean, I think we're very fortunate. We got a great offensive coaching staff that tie in all the plays together, like we were just kind of talking about. And from there, it's just getting reps, talking about how he likes to see things develop, how he likes me to run these certain routes versus certain coverages, and hearing how he talks to other guys about that. You know what I mean? That same scenario. It's just, you just are, as long as you have the mentality every day coming in, trying to figure something else out, trying to take the game to the next level. And then on top of that, just getting with the guys outside of the facility, I think is huge. Getting to know guys, understanding, genuinely, we want this to be a family. We want to have your back throughout it all. I mean, that's everything.
That's a good point. So you're a firm believer that, like, relationship-wise, like how well you know somebody even outside of football can affect how you guys play on the field?
100%, because I have so much more fun when I genuinely am friends with the guy next to me. and I
Yeah.
play that much harder for him when I know him that much more.
What do you do off the field to evolve the relationship?
I mean,
besides play golf.
I was about to say golf. There's any activity. Pickleball's a big one out here in Kansas City. Whether it's just going to the casino or hanging out at somebody's house, it doesn't matter where you're going. There's anywhere you can have that conversation or just hang out with a guy. I guess a lot of the conversations come at lunchtime in the cafeteria. You know what I mean, or the bus rides to and from a game, or the plane rides and stuff like that. It's this nonstop comedy for the most part in the locker room.
Cafeteria might be the most underrated place in the building. I mean, that's where I have the best discussions. Next to the sauna, maybe. But, off the field, I think do you guys drink at all? Do you guys partake in
the beers
partying?
The beers are flowing.
When I was a rookie, Brent Selleck and Todd Herman's had a bar called 879. And it was that was because Brent Selleck was number 87, Todd Herman was number 79. Talk about some creative guys. 879. So, anyways,
shout out to Sells, baby.
Yeah.
baby.
So my rookie year, we were not very good. This was Andy's second to last year in Philadelphia, until that bar opened up, and we started having what we called Thirsty Thursdays.
Ooh,
Thirsty Thursdays. Then all of a sudden, 4-game win streak. Now, Friday practices, not, yeah, I mean.
A little bit slower. Not fast Fridays.
Yeah,
They're not fast Fridays anymore.
Yeah,
They're
you got to lock in. But, I'll never forget Thirsty Thursdays, Vince Young. He's in this bar in a full
legendary
three-piece.
teammate, I've heard.
He's in this bar, full 3-piece suit. I think I'm in sandals and sweatpants. And he said, "Hey, Rook, come over here." And we go over to the bar, and Vince says, "All right, I'm going to show you how we drink in the NFL." And I'm like, "Okay, Vince, all right." I don't even know what to expect. And Vince proceeds to order 2 shots of Patron and 2 kettles on ice. We take the shot of Patron, and he says, "All right, now this kettle, you're just going to sip it. There's no sugar in it. You won't have a hangover. You'll be good for practice tomorrow." All right? We'll do a couple more of these, and it'd be early night. Bro, I'm within 5 minutes. He had downed all of the kettle and was ready to do another one.
Let's go, baby.
Hey, listen, and Vince, I still love you. I will go out there and play football with you any day of the week. One of my favorite teammates.
I'm not drinking Kettle One. I'm sorry, man. I'm out.
I don't know. Listen, I don't.
I'm sure as hell not sipping that.
I'm
shit.
not trying to be like brand specific, I guess, but the real thing is really getting to know people, getting to open yourself up outside of the game of football, and who you are as a person lends itself to people connecting on a deeper level, and I firmly believe it makes a difference. So, I'm glad you and Pat get drunk on TV and play golf together. Might be why you guys are so good on the football field. All right, here we go. Number 3, Mahomes said in the offseason the receiver with the big game might change week to week. Do you guys know going into each game who it's going to be, or is it sometimes figured out when you see what the defense is giving you for the day?
Yeah, I mean, it's all based off of what that defense's flavor is going to be for the day.
Sure.
And just what we have in the game plan. We have so many personnels that tie in with all these formations, and every single play has, at least a pass play has, a certain set of like progression, right? So like depending on what the defensive coordinator calls, whether it's cover 4, cover 3, cover 1, whatever he calls, the quarterback knows he has a certain progression that he goes through, and certain guys are supposed to get the ball. So it's really, I don't want to say it's a crapshoot, but it is all up in the air because we have a bunch of wide receivers that can make plays, and Pat trusts everybody right now for sure. I mean, especially after a game like that where nobody was really screwing things up. Everybody was just flying around making plays.
But you guys definitely have plays designed for specific people to get the ball throughout
1,000%. 1,000%. Yeah. And
so I feel like Coach Reid
does a great job of giving everybody a chance to get that rock, and that only helps keep the defense on their toes or on their heels, reacting to what we're doing, because they just don't know who to key in on, or who we're thinking of trying to get the ball to on this certain play, and it changes on first, second, and third down. Coach Reed tries to not give a good tell on that.
Yeah, I guess this is a question from somebody who plays offensive line and knows nothing about receivers and quarterbacks. How often does a play that's designed for you go to somebody else? What's the percentage? 1 out of 5?
No.
1 out of 4?
Not when you got Andy Reid dialing them things up, baby. I would say it's definitely with Coach and Pat. I would say
half the time?
More than half the time. Yeah, and obviously, pressure. It just depends on what the defense is playing. If you get a look that you're not familiar with, if you're calling a play because it's cover 3 and all of a sudden they go too high shell, of course I'm going to try and run my route different because it's a different coverage and try and get open. So I'm always available, but at the same time, it's like the play is designed if it's a different coverage to go to a different guy. So it's like
right.
You know what I mean? So it's all based on when Coach dials it up, do we have the look that we're looking for?
All right, well, last question for you guys from week 1. You guys had your safety, Justin Reed, fill in to kick
Jay Reed.
Other than tight end
and kickoffs.
And kickoffs.
And not only just kicking off, making the tackle on kickoff.
He kicked and made the tackle?
And made the tackle. I think twice. Was
it because the returner broke free?
No.
And he was like the safety?
No. I mean, talking 25-yard line, 30-yard line.
Then he's bad. That's not his job. Huh? Your job as the kicker is to be the safety.
Jason, let's give him some slack, all right? He is the safety. All right? He's the safety on the team, all right? His first 2 kicks I think they went through the uprights.
What happens if he goes down and misses? What happens if he goes down, gets washed out of the play? Who's the safety?
The backside one. What do you mean? Everybody's got to have an angle of pursuit, Jason. Have you ever played defense?
First of all,
this guy's never played defense.
First of all, that's kickoff.
Pursuit is pursuit. All right, when you're tackling, I'm not even going to get in this.
Does the defensive coach?
Have you ever played special teams? Yes, you have.
I actually ran down a kickoff in knee braces in college.
It's my favorite. It was one of my favorite things.
And as the contain guy, they had me as number 2, and number 1 would loop inside of me.
70 pounds. This is the first time I had ever seen you fat too in a football uniform, it was beautiful. It was glorious. You look great.
I didn't think I was fat yet, but thanks.
What?
All right. Moving
you made
on.
the tackle. They showed it in slow motion. You in knee braces. Your gut. It looked like you had a Bosu ball just sitting on your waist.
You're making this up.
I swear to God. It was against Miami of Ohio. It was against Miami of Ohio. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I was sitting in the living room watching it.
Yeah, but they didn't have HD television back then, so that's how I know you're lying.
Back then? Jason, don't act like you're ancient, motherfucker. You're 2007, maybe? He's slow motion, him breaking down in his stomach, just do-douche, 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 just going from side to side, bouncing around. And he just make the tackle like a All-American linebacker, man. He got me hype. That was back when there was still a wedge unit on kickoff return. I was a part of that.
You believe that used to be a thing?
I was a part of it. I wish it would never happen.
Bro, I think the best thing we could ever do is go back in the archives and just compile clips
of the absolute maniacs.
Bro, oh my God. You had to have some screws loose in order to be a good wedge blocker on KOR. Oh, and I mean, the reason I want to watch the clips is it was just mayhem. I mean, there was a clip in college. Do you remember Colin McCafferty?
Do I remember? Why do you think I just?
And he was our special teams ace at Cincinnati.
The beast.
The best one out there. Nobody could touch him. And we're going over KOR, and we're playing UConn. And one of their guys, we nicknamed him the Beast for the week. And the Beast was shedding 2-3 blocks, making tackles down at the 10-yard line. This dude was unbelievable.
It was like Little Giants. It was like Little Giants movie.
It was Spike. We should have nicknamed him Spike. Yeah. So our special teams coach gets up there. Coach Elson goes, you know what? This week we're putting our beast up against their beast. For those of you who don't know, after the game's over, you have a special teams meeting where the entire team is in there. All right? So this week, after the game, we're all like, we're about to watch what happened on this play as a team. We're going to see the Beast
We're about
versus
to watch
the Beast.
King Kong and Godzilla go at it in this
And
meeting.
right away, the ball gets kicked off. You see Colin. Colin runs similar to like Forrest Gump, just like no like swaying at all.
Locked in.
And the Beast they make eye contact and literally 30
Like
yards.
magnets.
Yeah, they're like, we don't care who has the ball, where it's going. We both know what's happening. It did not disappoint. Flying everywhere. Guys knocked off their feet, both of them. Colin gets up and starts walking, and his knees start shaking, and then he just slowly crumbles to the ground. Well, the funniest part about the clip is that nobody noticed Mark Waugh on the wedge. Marcus Waugh was lying face down.
Chill out, man. Chill out, man. This guy was
Nobody
concussed.
noticed. But nobody noticed. And he just got up like, oh, my gosh. All right. But, yeah, these guys would literally – the
They
wedge
were
unit.
so locked in on the beast, man. Beast
Yeah,
on
the
beast.
wedge unit. This is what your job on the wedge unit was. Back before the NFL decided to outlaw this barbaric behavior.
Oh, my gosh.
You would run back till you were 10 yards from the returner,
Link arms.
interlock
boys.
arms like a human wall, and there'd be one guy's job to look back and you say, go! And you would proceed, and your one job.
Who came up with this shit, man?
It worked like a charm. That's why they did it.
Yeah, until you ran into a beast. Once you found 3 guys for the wedge, the other team had to find the guy to go blow up the wedge.
Yeah, the wedge buster.
The
Jason
wedge
Peters.
buster, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's going to be a future episode. We're finding clips from kickoff return and kickoff. Wedge busters and wedge. It's going to be highlighting the wedge unit and the wedge buster. That has to be documented. I don't feel like that's been touched on enough.
I'm with it, man. Moving on, the Lions kept it close, brother. You guys had a heck of a fight. I'm not gonna lie. After watching Hard Knocks, I kind of became a fan of the Lions and a lot of the characters they got. Dan Campbell would love to play for him. Awesome guy. Yeah, man. How was the game? How was your perception of the Lions after you played them versus maybe what you saw on HBO?
What they do on HBO backs up, the type of team they're trying to identify as. I mean, they got a coach who's a tough-minded, hard-nosed coach, and their team played that way. Obviously,
Biting kneecaps.
yeah. I mean, at one point we're up 17, and you're close to kind of breaking a will of a team, but not. They fought to the end, very close to beating us, and. I think if we don't have Jalen Hurts in that game, they probably do beat us.
Ooh,
Jalen
Jay Hurts, man.
Yeah, Jalen who has faced a lot of criticism this offseason, really his whole career.
Really? Yeah, I was about to say his whole career dating back to college.
Well,
Man.
and it's going to continue. He's still in his third year. He's got a lot of football left in him, and this is the way the league works. It's always coming after you.
I'll tell you what they can't hate on is how that dude competes, man. That guy brings it, man.
Yeah, well, he brings it, but I mean, if you look back at this week, we don't win that game without Jalen Hurts. The protection that broke down early with blitzes and different looks that we didn't either communicate well or pick up well. His ability to go off beat and make something happen, it saved us. Multiple third downs, multiple drives that were kept going because of the type of player he is. And then he didn't disappoint in the air. A.J. Brown set a record for an Eagles debut with 155 yards. He was on target in all phases, and we needed him to win that game with how the rest of the team played. So couldn't be more happy with how Jalen played to start the season off.
I mean, kind of already hit on what I'm about to ask here, but he became the only other quarterback not named Pat Mahomes to throw for 300-plus yards, no turnovers, and get the dub. How do you see him? How does he keep progressing? I mean, is the offense evolving for him? Is it just all tailored to his skill set? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, both. I think the as an offense, if you're not evolving in this league, you're behind, right? You have to continue to try and find different ways to attack defenses, different ways to improve. And it's obviously gearing towards Jalen. Jalen's our starting quarterback. He has a skill set that's unique, makes him very dynamic for a defense to defend, and we utilize that. And that's one of the reasons we were the number one rushing team in the NFL last year, and we barely ran the ball the first 5 weeks. And the only reason that happened is because of Jalen Hurts and his ability to keep the ball and be a threat.
With his legs, man.
Yeah, it keeps the numbers honest for the offensive line and everybody else. So, of course, the playbook is going to be more geared towards him and his skill set. Of course, our offense is going to continue to evolve, much like what you said with the Golden 15. There are a lot of plays that we repped yesterday that, we've been really looking forward to running all off season, and most of them worked out pretty well. And I thought, a lot of the success of the offense really came down to one guy doing a very, very good job, and that's Jalen Hurts, as well as A.J. Brown. I can't discount A.J. Brown. That dude's good.
As well as I'm sure everybody else. You don't win a football game with just two guys. Everybody chipped in and made plays, man. So you got to see the number 2 pick, Aiden Hutchinson. Did you have any encounters with him? I know he's on the edge, but what did you think?
Not really. I helped out a little bit with it when he was rushing over the guards, but as a center, you don't see the DN very often. But
did he remind you of anybody going into it?
I don't know. I try to. The comp thing is good for fans because it kind of gives you somebody that they know and can relate to. But he's a tough one to comp. For some reason, it's kind of like a more athletic or like a more nimble Jared Allen kind of type player. Has some really, really good stutter bull, long arms, gets extended. He can attack you inside, outside, or right down the middle, and makes it all kind of look the same. Speed to power. They lined him up a couple times in this overload set where he's clearly outside of the tackle, coming down with a full head of steam. So he's going to be a really, really good player. And I had a.
I'll tell you what, he might not have that. He might not have that Jared Allen mullet, man, but he's got some personality. Watching Hard Knocks and seeing that dude sing some Michael Jackson, that was pretty good. Did you see that, Jason? Did you see him? Did you guys ever do the rookie not the rookie symposium, the
rookie show?
Yeah, the rookie show.
We do. We do something similar. We do the singing and stuff like that. Andy's never done it, right?
We tried it one year, and I think Eric Fisher went up and sung his college alumni song or whatever, it's the school song, and it was just
that's an immediate boo.
It was dead.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fish though, man. I love the big.
Hey, Fish, listener to the show. Well, I don't know if he listened to the podcast. He commented on one of the videos, but
nice.
He gave a shout out to Tom Melvin.
Tommy Mel.
Yeah,
he always deserves a shout out, baby. Long time tight end coach, not only in Kansas City but was out there in Philadelphia with Andy Reid as well. Has helped me light years in terms of where I've been as a tight end and a professional, man. Yeah,
he's been your only tight end coach.
He's been the only one, man. It's been me and him for 10 years, man. Getting the job done, baby. So I'm not going to lie, brother. You're not only are you TikTok famous now because of all the views you got from the episode last week, you're viral right now because of your encounter with the D tackle from the Lions. What's his
it's a linebacker.
Linebacker Malcolm Rodriguez. Gave you a good old WWE hip toss.
It was good. It was. I thought I had him. I was driving him in the end zone, and right at the last second, gave me a nice judo hip toss. Did not see it coming. So
productive play, man, or
it was impressive nonetheless. It was a quick twist of the hips. He's a good player. He made a better move on me on a draw play earlier in the game where he made a tackle on Jalen Hurts. That kid's got a really bright future. He's been a star of the Hard Knocks show. Seems like he's got a great mentality. And it's not the first time I've been viral for getting my ass kicked. So, and I'm sure it won't be the last.
I got hip tossed by Von Miller like my second year in the league, and he actually hip tossed me from one knee.
Yeah.
I felt like a rag doll. I thought the play was almost over, so I kind of just, I don't want to say I let up on it, but I definitely wasn't trying to, put any more attention towards Von, and Von had just a completely different idea of what was going on. Knew he wasn't going to make the play and just absolutely hip tossed me and threw me into next week.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like going viral for getting your ass kicked is like a rite of passage in the NFL. There's no everybody's going to get
when
got
it's against
at some
a good
point.
player, man. Oh, for sure.
You know, it's Von Miller. I remember he went viral. Lane Johnson did this like spin move against him, which was unbelievable a few years back. Yeah, it's like a rite of passage, and hopefully you got more viral videos that end up being good than bad.
We talked about A.J. Brown's debut, man. That was it was fun to see him just get out there and make plays for you guys, man. That dude's an absolute baller. You could put him anywhere on the field, and he just makes plays, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's a mismatch no matter how you kind of swing it.
You've had some unbelievable receivers come through, not only come through, but on the team right now. But where does he rank if you could put him – I know it's hard to rank your teammates and everything like that.
I play with a lot of really, really good receivers, and each one kind of has their own skill set. Deshaun Jackson, by far the best deep ball receiver I might have ever seen. I mean, the guy was so good at tracking the ball down the field and making big plays. Jeremy Maclin was like silky smooth in his routes and the way he moved.
Silky.
You know,
J-Mac,
silky. I mean, yeah, Alshon Jeffrey. I can't list everybody. Like, I think AJ is a very unique player. He's so big and so physical as a receiver. You just don't see guys that are that size and that
it's hard
strength.
for corners to press him, to stay with him when he's running, when the ball's in the air, to be able to be physical with him, to try and get it. It's just, he's got the advantage in so many different areas.
And that's where he kind of, like, I know it's not a good comp athleticism-wise, but like Alshon Jeffrey in his prime was a big physical receiver.
Man,
and
you guys don't win a Super Bowl without Alshon Jeffrey, baby.
And Alshon used to say, one of my favorite things Alshon said was, even when I'm covered, I'm not. Like, basically just throw the ball up. I'm gonna come down with it, right? And that's the type of confidence you want to have in a guy. And AJ's got that type of vibe. If you're gonna line up, play man on man, and as a quarterback, to have that comfort blanket to go to, know that you got a guy that's going to win a lot of those 50-50 matchups.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
Absolutely huge.
The other thing I want to talk about from the game is, I just wasn't good enough. I think we got a lot to improve on. Week one is always, you're waiting to see what everything looks like, and everybody's kind of trying out.
Right.
Yeah, but
everything's new. Everything's
we did not do a good enough job communicating. There were too many mistakes offensively, and that's largely my job. My job is to, be a communicator, make sure everybody's on the same page. And
you guys were weak on the comms?
Yeah. I mean, Detroit made it difficult. It was loud. Kudos to them for putting together a tough environment in Ford Field. But, we got to be better, and that's something that we'll be focusing on for next week against Minnesota.
So talk about the comms. So not everybody understands what type of communication could be lacking and stuff like that. Where could you have done better?
The center's communication, the quarterback's communication kind of sets what everything's happening for the play, right?
Yeah, it kind of trickles from there to everybody else. Yeah.
Who's the mic? Who's the identified point for the play? Whether the offensive line is going to be sliding it, whether they're going to be in a man protection, who we're going to. Yeah. And, I think that communication needs to be a lot clearer, and that's on me.
Yeah.
So
it typically goes quarterback, and at least in quarterback sets the mic, center tells everybody where he's going, and then the guards know where they're going, the tackles know where they're going. Everybody then knows based off of where the center's going, who they're working to. And it can get thrown off by new looks. It can get thrown off by just stuff that you haven't seen previously, or it can get thrown off by new blitzes, things like that.
I don't think that we got anything that was crazy different, but I think we just in the environment we didn't handle it well. We didn't do signals for the backs, so they knew what was going on. It was too loud for them to hear. Guys next to us, I need to be louder to make sure that they're getting the call. All things that, for an older player, this is what I bring value, right? I've been in these situations, so I got to be much better in helping and putting us in the right situation. But it also just comes down, I can't reiterate, how much Jalen Hurts really made that day go, man. Because despite all that, he was able to make multiple plays that would have been broken into positive plays for our offense.
It's crazy, man. Both teams this year that were in the Super Bowl lost week 1. So it brings the question: is the Super Bowl hangover real? Did you guys lose your first game after the Super Bowl? I know we won our game. We actually smoked the Texans.
I don't remember. Here, I'll look it up real quick. I don't remember.
I mean, Jason, it was the only game you guys had like a baby parade in the beginning of this. Like, what do you mean? You don't remember what game it was?
We won.
I don't think the Super Bowl hangover is real. I think that if you have good leadership, all of that is taken care of in the offseason.
Yeah.
Once training camp hits, if you got the right leaders and the right coaching staff and everybody's working their tail off the same, there's nothing wrong. I mean, I just don't see.
I agree. I think it's a bit of a fallacy. I think really the reason why it's a thing is when you win the Super Bowl, everyone's watching your tape. Everyone's trying to figure out how to either take what you're doing that's working and make it successful within their offense, or they're trying to find out defensively, how do we stop these plays? Because they know everybody's going to be trying to copy somewhat of what you're doing that's working, right?
Yeah.
So when you're a successful team, everybody's studying your tape. Everybody's out there looking and coming for you.
I love that feeling. I love that. It just makes my chest a little bigger, shoulders a little stronger. Like, come and get it, baby. And I had my best year after I won the Super Bowl because I've had that mentality of come and get it, baby. Good luck. Yeah, I know we're gonna get your best shot. You're gonna get mine.
You guys had a lot of success. You guys are still having success. So, I think, and then also the other thing about the Super Bowl hangover is that no two teams are the same. Yeah. So I think people think of like a defending Super Bowl champion like a defending heavyweight champion, right? And it's not the same. No two teams from any season are the same. Most teams, I think, what's the average? About 30 to 40% of your roster is different year over year.
Yeah, the turnover in the NFL is sick. I think there's, what is it, 1,300 or something in terms of the entire league. There's 400 new faces every year.
And whenever you win a Super Bowl,
that means 400 guys lose their job every year. It's crazy.
And whenever you win a Super Bowl, you're losing coaches on your staff that are getting promoted to other organizations because they're trying to get that feeling. You're losing players that were key backups, special teams players, guys that were instrumental in your success. All of those guys are getting – when you win, everybody is getting paid. Everyone is getting the benefit of success. So, the team's not the same. Even if you're returning the same starting quarterback, the same starting 11, same starting on both sides, no two teams are the same. So, and that's just the reality of it. So
Super Bowl hangover ain't real in my mind. You got to keep bringing it. Obviously, the teams are different. The Rams are still a great team. The Cincinnati Bengals are still a great team. But week 1 is obviously not favorable in that aspect.
Let's give the New Heights stamp of the week. Which performers from week 1 stood out most to you and why?
Immediately after I got done playing, I started checking out just stats across the league, and I saw that Saquon Barkley had like 100 buku yards on the ground and then another like 80 in the air. He had almost like 300 yards or something like that in terms of offense. And on top of that, the last play of the game just willed, or the last play for his offense on a 2-point conversion just willed his team to win. It was kind of like a Mike Kafka brought in some of the offense that we had out here in Kansas City, and it was a 2-point play that I actually know exactly what the call was, but it was a little shovel pass to Saquon, and 2 guys are in the hole ready to stuff the play. They knew it was coming, and Saquon just jukes 2 guys out, stiff arms one, and then runs through a brick wall to get the 2-point conversion to give him the lead with a minute left. It was just put your team on your back moment, and hats off to him, man. The guy's had a rough go with the injuries in his career, and to see him come out and just absolutely kill it was cool to see, man. Great dude.
When he's healthy, he is just so unbelievable to watch.
Saquon.
You talk about an unbelievably well-rounded back of athleticism, power, finesse. I mean, he's got such an arsenal to come at you with as a running back. So he's a special player. So
Saquon,
hopefully, yeah, man. Hopefully he can stay healthy this year. Yeah, NFC East did pretty well this week outside of the Cowboys. Everyone won, so we got some competition.
Right on the NFC East. Ain't got nothing on the AFC West, though. We'll keep it moving. Who is your player of the week, brother?
I don't know. If we're doing this, I'd probably go Josh Allen.
If we're doing this, we're doing it, brother.
All right. Josh Allen, just, obviously that was a highly anticipated game. You got defending Super Bowl champions Thursday night.
Jay Allen,
the Buffalo
baby.
Bills. Some argue that the Buffalo Bills might have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs had the current overtime rules been in effect the previous year.
Some people say the same thing about when I lost to Tom Brady in the AFC Championship, and we lost to a coin flip. But no, we didn't. We just lost to Tom Brady in overtime. I don't think we lost anymore.
Either way, you got
to
you got to love the way that guy plays, man.
He's a boss, man. Absolute dog on the field, man. I mean, he plays the game how I wish I would have played quarterback when I was a quarterback. A dual threat guy, but his arm is just so special that he could just put it anywhere on the field. He can throw on the run. He can throw anywhere on the field on the run. He's just smart dude on top of that, and just a fearless competitor, man. He's fun to watch and fun to play against, man.
It's kind of like if Eric Lindros was a quarterback, he'd be like Josh Allen, I feel like.
Okay. All right. I think,
you know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean. Hopefully Josh doesn't have as many concussions. Shout out to Eric Lindros, 88, baby.
Good point.
My favorite hockey player growing up. That's
why I
Jason
referenced
said it.
That's exactly why.
Shout out to
I knew you'd
Broad
like
Street
that.
Bullies back in the 90s, baby.
I think he was post Broad Street Bullies.
No, but anybody that plays for the Flyers.
They're automatic. That's fair. Okay.
Right. Broad Street, yeah. I'm not talking about the original. That's like black and white television.
All right. Before we go, let's look ahead quickly to week 2.
Yeah, let's look ahead.
Trav, you play on Thursday night this week, which
Thursday
means
night football, baby. Prime time, the only
means
show on television.
Which means this podcast will be airing the day before the game. What can you tell our listeners or explain to them what it's like to play on Thursday night in the NFL?
I love it, man. I absolutely love it. Some guys talk about how it's a short week and it hurts, it's rough on their body. Yeah, it's everybody has to deal with it. You know what I mean? The guys across from you are dealing with the same things you're dealing with. So I still think it's a fair match. And granted, I'm gonna get ready to play no matter what day of the week it is. I think that the Thursday night games are special. I do enjoy playing in them, and I also enjoy the kind of the relaxation of the weekend that's after it. If you get the win, but it's a quick turnaround, man. You hardly are out there in practice. For the most part, it's walkthrough because of how sore the body is from the game that you just got done playing in on Sunday. And it challenges you mentally to understand the playbook in a shorter amount of time. That's probably the biggest thing for me is understanding understanding the intentions of the play caller. This year we get to have it in the second week, which is a whole lot easier than it being week 14, 12 through 14 or something like that, where later in the year you're trying to put together a game plan. You know, we had the whole entire off season to really look at our first couple games, knowing that Thursday night game was going to be a short one. I think we did get a head start on it a little bit, but at the same time, it's a divisional rival for us. You know, we're playing the Chargers, a team that we're familiar with. They got a few new pieces, and it definitely ups the ante in terms of, you know, the challenge at hand. Because of their defensive front now to kind of match their secondary, which has always been pretty solid. And yeah, I get to go up against one of the best safeties in the league, man. In my eyes, the best safety in the league, in Derwin James. And I always love that challenge, man. He's gotten me a few times, and I'm licking my chops to get out there and getting after it, man.
I feel the same way as you do about Thursday games. I love them. I think you know, it's like a mini bye, right? That's what everybody calls it, the mini bye. You get a nice long break after the game for the next week. And the quick turnaround is all walkthrough. So in some ways that week you're probably doing less damage to your body throughout the week than you are for most weeks. So
Yeah.
I think that the Thursday night football being bad for players is nonsense, personally. Do you think there's any difference in primetime games?
1,000%. I get so fired up when those lights are on, man. I absolutely get fired up. It's just a whole different feeling, especially Arrowhead with the lights on, the oh my gosh, just the green, the grass just looking so plush early on in the year. It's the first game of the season. Arrowhead's going to be rocking. This is going to be an absolute electric atmosphere, man. And I can't wait to get out there, man.
Yeah, I think
I'll take primetime games over a noon game any day of the week.
Yeah, I like 1 o'clock games. Get in, get your work done, and I'm out of here.
Little afternoon delight.
Yeah, I don't need prime time. What are you talking about? Sitting around 8 o'clock, I don't get done playing football until 11:30. Listen, I get it. It's great for fans. It's awesome for TV. I love watching primetime games, but I would much rather play my favorite time slot, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, optimal time slot. But 8 o'clock, it's whatever. It's good for Twitter, I guess. All right, any difference? All right. Would you make any changes to the NFL's primetime schedule?
No, I have nothing. I have nothing for you. What about you?
I don't know if I'd make I don't know if I'd make any change to the NFL's primetime schedule. I just think the NFL should capitalize on more holiday games and advertise it. Because I think Thanksgiving is highly successful for the NFL. There should be a yearly Halloween game, right? As long as it's within that Thursday to Sunday. Yeah. It should be advertised
Monday, really.
as I don't know. What's something scary? The Ghoul Bowl. We got to get the Ghoul Bowl going. The Ghost Bowl?
Tomatoes.
The werewolves?
I'm going to let you just sink right now. You're just in quicksand right now.
Christmas. You know how awesome.
St. Nick Bowl?
Yeah. That's got to be.
I played on Christmas. It was electric.
It's great.
Isn't it
great?
Awesome. It made me feel
got people
like
dressed up as Santa Claus. It's unbelievable.
It's fun.
We got to capitalize on this. It's got to be
I actually have a Christmas Eve game this year. That'll be fun.
I'm just saying, it's got to be marketed more. Right now, it just happens organically. The NFL should market it up more and play into it more. That's my shtick on primetime events.
Jason's a big holiday guy.
Who's not? What, you don't like holidays?
I'm not getting into this, man.
What?
No. Exactly. Who doesn't love holidays? I'm with you.
What's your favorite holiday?
I mean, it's got to be Christmas. What do we?
Christmas is
July 4th. July 4th is a fun.
I was about to say, Christmas is the prototypical answer. Everyone loves Christmas.
Because
I love
it's family
Christmas.
time. Who doesn't love Christmas?
No, it's because it's presents. Let's not cut the bullshit. It's all about presents.
I don't know if I got any presents.
About family? It's about presents.
What
are you talking about?
What presents you give me for Christmas last year?
I haven't given you a present in years. You're a millionaire. What the fuck am I buying you presents for? I ain't buying you presents.
Christmas is about the presents, baby.
I'll send you a freaking text. That's what you get for Christmas. A heartfelt message from your brother. I did get you something recently. What did I get you? I got you that Wayne Gretzky. I got you that Wayne Gretzky 99 jersey.
It needs to go right here. It needs to go right here.
Yeah, put it up in the show.
It does.
My favorite holiday? Tough. Got to go 4th of July. Got to go 4th of July.
Just
maybe
the
a runner-up.
Or are we talking is the party just always epic, or what do you mean?
I think it's just the time of year. It's always seems to be nice out. The weather's great. Everybody's excited to eat barbecue and drink alcohol. That just sounds like what are we talking about?
Sounds like my kind of party, yeah.
Right? There's usually water involved. You're combining all of my favorite things into one holiday, and not to mention 1980s rock and roll and classic rock and whatever else
Bruce
you're playing.
Springsteen,
the boss. What?
Do you wear jorts on July 4th or what?
I kind of ruined. I had a really good pair of jorts, and I go commando usually. And I just chafed them. I'm a heavy thigh rubber, and they just burn a hole in them suckers. They were
thighs
great,
over here, man.
Bro, they were a great pair of jorts, too, and I lost them. Rest in peace.
Fuck, commando boy, man.
Second favorite holiday is probably Father's Day. I think Father's Day is like that needs to be. We need to start celebrating Father's Day as a country. We need to commit to the celebration of Father's Day.
You don't think we have?
Fully? No, not at all. When is the last time you've even heard of Father's Day?
Every year.
What do you do for Dad on Father's Day? We both buy flowers for Mom on Mother's Day. What do we do for Dad?
I send Dad a heartfelt text.
Listen, I'm not trying to bash moms, okay? I'm not trying to bash moms. Love moms.
They're
love
getting a lot of
Mother's
love.
Day.
They're getting a lot of love.
This is all I'm saying. I think the world is plentiful of great moms in this world, right? Everyone, not everyone, the vast majority of individuals on this planet have a great mom. Therefore, because of the shortage of great dads in this world, and I'm being serious with this, for those of you that had a great dad, consider yourself lucky, man.
I'm a lucky man.
And the next time it's Father's Day, celebrate the fuck out of that old man. All right? You were lucky to have a great one like Travis and I were, and like I'm going to be to my children, hopefully. That's a holiday that we need to get more behind in this country, and that's a holiday we need to get more behind. Not to get preachy. I'm getting preachy. I do this too much. All right, I'll stop.
Everyone, let's celebrate Jason once a year.
No, I didn't say. Come on. I'm not even like a real dad yet. My kids don't even do anything. They just if your kids can't poop and pee on their own yet, you're an infant. That's not. You're not dealing with real shit. You're dealing with baby shit.
I like how you tied that.
That's good, right? Well, that about wraps up the second episode of New Heights. New episodes every Wednesday during the season will be happening of New Heights. Be sure to watch and subscribe on YouTube to the New Heights channel. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Remember, New Heights is a Jukes original presented by Wave Sports and Entertainment. Thanks to our producers, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show. Catch y'all next Wednesday.
Adios.
Thank you for listening to New Heights. Make sure to rate and subscribe. Also, if you want to watch the show, go and check out New Heights on YouTube. And follow the show on all social media platforms at New Heights Show.